Hello and welcome, dear children. Today we will continue with Standard 7th English, Part 3, Chapter number 4.2, Unke Munke Timpe 2. In the previous part of the lesson, we have understood that it was Rohan's birthday and the day had come where Rohan had received all the gifts which he actually wanted. And the surprise thing was the big parcel that he got on his birthday. He was eager to remove it. It was written to Rohan Khanna from Unke Munke Timpe 2, isn't it? Where Muk was also surprised, Rohan was also surprised, and even his mother was surprised to know who is this Unke Munke Timpe 2, because she has never heard such an unusual name. So let's get started with the lesson. I stared at Muk and he looked as surprised as I was. My mother asked, "Who is Unke Munke Timpe 2? Isn't that an unusual name?" "Yes," I said, "very unusual indeed." Now see, the word here has come unusual. Unusual means the name which is not common. Okay, so such words are said to be as unusual names. I bent over the parcel and began to unpack it. Unpack means to open. He started opening his gifts. I removed the strings and the paper impatiently. What do you mean by impatiently? Very restlessly, because he was very much excited to see what is there inside. Okay, so that's being impatient. He was not ready to wait for a minute, being restless. Okay, finally I removed the colorful gift wrapping and found a table tennis set. So here he gets his gift, children. He loved table tennis, isn't it? So he got it, but for his surprise, it was not the brand new one. But yes, indeed, it was very much beautiful and fabulous. See, the word fabulous has come over here. Fabulous means what? Very wonderful. And because he loved it so much, he only was going on saying wow, because he couldn't think of any other word. He was so much surprised that only wow word was coming out of his mouth. Till today, Muk swears he has nothing to do with it, and so do my parents. I wondered if old Mrs. Grover was responsible for the surprise. See, he is thinking even after that, even after the day is over, that who can it be? Definitely my friend won't give, and parents, no doubt, they will also not give. There, who is the person who can gift me such a lovely gift which I wanted? Is there a real Unke Munke Timpe 2? Or is it Mrs. Grover who is responsible for this? I'll just read it. Till today, Muk swears he has nothing to do with it, and so do my parents. I wondered if old Mrs. Grover was responsible for the surprise. I wondered for a very long time. And after this, what did he do? One day, somehow he gathered the courage. And he went to whose house? He went to Mrs. Grover's house. And see, if any time you want to talk with teacher, either to complain or to ask something, we definitely, practice and rehearse what we are going to talk or what we are going to ask her, right? So we rehearse those lines again and again till we are confident, isn't it? You all must have experienced in your school life. Yeah. So here he also, practices his lines several times, and then somehow he gathers the courage and he goes to Mrs. Grover's house and he rings the bell. The moment the teacher, the principal opens the door, his courage vanish. Okay, I'll just read that part. And after that, he only stammers, because of lack of confidence. He cannot speak properly. He stammers. Okay, I'll just read that part. One day I gathered up all the courage I possessed and went to meet Mrs. Grover. I used the front gate and rang the bell. I had gone over my lines 100 times, but when she looked down on me with her pale green eyes, I felt my heart sink. Means he had lost his hope and he was very, very scared now what to do. And my courage vanished. Vanished means what, children? What do you mean by vanish? Vanish means to disappear. Okay, so his courage disappeared. And all I could do was shudder like an idiot. Shudder means what? As I told you, shudder means to stammer. We cannot speak properly. Okay, so that's stammering. So he stammered like an idiot. Idiot means a person who is a fool. No, he doesn't know what to do. Okay, so how did he spoke then to his teacher? Good afternoon, madam. Do you, I mean, did you, have you, sorry, but do you believe in Unke Munke Timpetu? Mrs. Grover continued to look at me with a strange look in her eyes. You see, when she opened, she could understand that this person, this boy, is completely confused and scared. So she gave the answer in his favor. She said, yes, I do believe in Unke Munke Timpetu. And for an example, she says, see, just now I was wishing to have somebody to accompany me for a cup of tea, and see, my wish has come true. That means, yes, there's Unke Munke Timpetu. So further she says, I had wished to have somebody over for tea today, and here you are. Now, isn't it a perfect example of Unke Munke Timpetu? She smiled and she looked so different, almost human. What do you mean by this? Almost human. Because we sometimes think that such strict people do not have a good heart, isn't it? Not like humans. They do not have love, compassion, but all that, his thoughts were changed. At that moment, his thoughts were changed because he could see the other side of his principal. She is so soft at heart, she is so kind, all that he experienced, and that day he understood, no, she is really a good human being. From that day onwards, Mukh and I went to see old Mrs. Grover quite often. Not only because she made the best tea and had the best cookies. No, we went because we liked her. And then we had one thing in common. We all believed in Unke Munke Timpetu. So according to you, who is Unke Munke Timpetu, children? Who is this Unke Munke Timpetu according to you? Do you believe in it? Yes, Unke Munke Timpetu is an act of friendliness. We must remember that an act of friendliness is an act of godliness. It keeps alive the humanity in us, which is very necessary to make this world a happy place to live in. I hope everybody will read this lesson and tell the story to all your friends. Understand the difficult words, meanings that I'll be giving you. Study them properly. Thank you, children.